over areas within the middle, transition, and northern sectors. This is why we need those updates so that persons can prepare for the rest of the day. But our new Black Stars coach is here. He says he's here to win. And he was rallying the fans. Yeah, they were seeing the German. He was dancing.
No, somebody has given him the template. So
Fanfooling template or what?
No, I didn't say that. Somebody has given him the template. But interestingly, they chose a name for him. Osa Berima. You know what that means? Warrior King. Osa, that's Fanti in war. Or like they say Asa in Asante. So Osa Berima. That's the Lord of War. So he should Asafuache. Let's put it that way. So he has to come. These days they say, well, it's Asa. Asa.
Someone was asking, now, won't we wait for him to do something first before we clothe him with titles?
Charlie, that's the other point we were making yesterday, that you said we were being mischievous.
No.
We were telling you this thing. Say, slow down.
The man has to know what he's getting into. And one of the juniors at the presser did a perfect explainer of the name and the title so that he understands where he is and the expectations of him. That we didn't just give him a title for title's sake, because he should know that this country we don't joke with our football, and we ourselves know that we are in a tight corner. That is why we didn't say Alabarka when he mentioned the $100,000. We didn't say it. We say, yeah, collect and come and take us to the World Cup and let us win.
No, what he said was that he is happy that Otuado qualified, as he's grateful. But you see, it's not about being grateful, right? Right? We all know you are grateful. It's okay.
We are grateful.
We are grateful that somebody is holding us. But that is not what we are looking for. We are looking for go, like Rad Grusa would say, go near FFA. We want to go. And Countryman Songo said something yesterday. He said, look, we have gone to the quarterfinals. We have been to the what do you call it? Is it the semis? No, not the semis. We've been to the
one just
round of
before
16.
the semis.
Round of 16.
In fact, the penalty that spoiled was to take us to the semis.
Don't stop mentioning Asamajan's name.
But I have not said. I just said the penalty. In fact, there was
You are reminding us of a lot of.
No, but a penalty sport.
It's okay, yeah, but don't mention Asamajan's name. It's too early in the morning.
You are the ones bringing his name.
No, it's too early in the morning.
I just made a very simple point.
That's what.
That you, in fact, I was giving you a pointer.
Yeah, and then
I said the penalty that spoiled. I didn't even say the penalty that Samoajan spoiled.
No, you said the stage before semi-finals and the penalty that spoiled
was to take us into the semi-finals.
But who is the protagonist in that matter?
But I am not interested in the protagonist.
If you do this to Baby Jack,
come and see how they are doing your name.
So we've been there, round of 16 and then quarterfinals. He better take us to the semi-finals or finals. If not, CK,
even
CK
if he
will
won't
appear
be
for
able
him.
to do anything,
CK,
he should at least take us back to the quarterfinals stage.
For us to gain some respect.
No, we know the group is serious. In fact, the entire World Cup is serious. It's not just the entire World Cup tournament is serious. Every single team in that tournament is a serious team. Otherwise, you wouldn't have qualified.
Yeah.
So you can't. Who? Oh, they're not be serious. No. Has Nigeria ever been serious in football?
If they were serious, why didn't they?
Why didn't they qualify?
These are the football nations. It's not Jollof.
Nigeria is one of the countries that is still basking in past glory.
Yeah, it's not Jollof.
Nigeria, they are relying on.
This is a football nation.
What is the name of that? Olu something.
It's not Obasanjo though.
No, it's not Obasanjo. Oh.
Yekini
Oruma.
Rashidi Yekini. No. So it's not about Jollof. No.
Oh.
Or Ogbono soup.
No.
That's
if we're talking about Ogbono soup, then we'll call Nigeria.
Yeah, but if we're talking serious football, don't.
It's serious football we are talking about. Don't even mention the
Don't do that again, DJ Show. You are warned. Yeah.
So the man must know that we are at war. We don't joke with our football. So that title, I believe he didn't sleep. I want to hope he didn't sleep last night. He stayed up thinking about all the things that were said to him.
A man who has coached 40 years,
Yeah.
he would have slept
He would have slept peacefully.
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 Waiting
Then
man
that is a worry.
Waiting Musa never see forget before. he's seen more than enough. He would sleep.
No matter your experience, I believe that each assignment is approached with a different attitude.
Look, last, Ibisaki goes Saka. Last.
And you compensate
Last.
him for it as well.
Oh, no, I believe
If he doesn't perform, last.
no, this particular
You ask
man,
him to go home.
I believe he would do something. I believe.
But
that.
we all believe.
I don't know why I feel.
But
so
last,
strongly.
if he doesn't do what you want, you sack him. Last. That's all.
What does the contract say? Is it just for the World Cup, or it's beyond the World Cup?
I haven't
we
paid
know?
attention
I
to
think
that.
it's, from the contract terms, it was for the World Cup.
Right.
After which, when he performs, he gets a longer term, 2 years contract.
That is, so there's a condition if he performs.
Yeah.
If he performs.
If he performs.
We wish him well. He should know that Osaberima is the title of a paramount chief, or if you like, the king of Cape Coast. Osaberima Kwesiata. He should not misbehave with the name. That's why I was insisting on finding him an interpreter that could, a translator that could tell him, because sometimes when it gets to a certain portion of the football, people express their part, but not in English. So then he needs somebody to remind him that, Charlie,
Because the things we want to say, we can't say in English.
yes, we actually can't find the words in English to make them sit. So somebody has to remind him that, Charlie, the people, this is what they are saying. So better get up your loins and do something.
Oh,
better
but
for
his
Madagascar.
demeanor was also one of I understand you, I hear you, I get it. We can do it, let's do it together.
The man was asking questions at the press conference. He understands this thing, unity, everything. We work together, and says he's here to win.
Right.
Are you here? Are you ready to win?
Yes.
The people answered. He says he can't hear you. Are you ready to win?
Full
He
fan, full.
understood what he was saying.
Yes.
I'm saying for someone who's coached 40 years, I mean, he knows his stuff, and so we'll go about it.
Let's wait. Let's
Ghana
wait.
is a different character. I have just said that you may have coached 100 years, but Ghana is a different character. I hope he understands that. But all in all, to be fair, I think I liked his demeanor. I think from the press conference, it was clear he understood the assignment. And it was clear he understood his role and the role of the rest of us, the 34, 35 other million other coaches. He understood that we have a role, and his role is to fit into our role. So I think he gets it. He gets it. He understands. He knows what's at stake. That is all that matters to me. That is what I was looking out for. That is what I wanted to see. If he knew what was at stake, and if he understood or he knew whether he had what it took to take us there. And I think from the press conference, he demonstrated that yes, he understands the language. He may not need an interpreter. So I think we are ready to go. Let's see. I'm now waiting for the friendlies.
Yeah.
That would let me
Rest your heart.
rest my heart.
Yeah, that Charlie.
That at least he's in charge.
Finally.
I want
somebody
to
has
see
come.
him in charge.
I was wondering why they didn't give him a Ghana flag themed fugu. They gave him this brown and caramel.
I thought about it last
I
minute.
was thinking because it's something that he could have worn out there representing us. We missed the opportunity.
Which coach was the one goal project coach? Who was that?
Avram Grant.
Avram.
Even Avram Grant was so proud of the Ghana colors.
Yeah.
He was always at every game. You will see him in his Ghana colors.
Charlie, if you're being given $100,000 a month, won't you be proud? You will be proud. What else is there to be?
Is there any other national team paying as much?
Oh, they pay a
More
lot. A lot
than-
of national teams pay a lot more than that. Football money is crazy money, particularly when you go pro.
Yeah.
It's crazy money. Crazy money.
That's why I
and,
don't.
and even for this, you're paying him, I think, monthly,
Yeah.
right? You know what the pros receive?
Yeah.
When you hear the big name
Weekly.
contracts, it's
So
weekly.
now there's nothing to say that there's a particular player in the team who is disrespecting him because he's not well paid, or because he doesn't have the standing in world football, or because he doesn't have the name in world football.
Charlie,
I want to believe that he can deal with all of our players.
Yeah. Charlie heard so back in the day, if you had told your parents that you want to play football, they will whip some sense into you.
In fairness, they were a bit justified because to go pro, it doesn't come easy.
Yeah, but let me
Nothing
start.
comes easy.
Let me begin. Why did you?
No, it doesn't come
Why
easy.
do you buy me football? You
All
buy
of
me
us wanted
football
to- all of
and
us at
prevent me
some
from
point-
playing it. What was
All of
going
us
on?
at some point wanted to play football.
Yeah, but the point is that you buy the football for me. You bought it for me. You brought it home. I'm happy about it. Now I want to play the football. You don't
You're
want me to
supposed to
play.
use it to distress, not to want to take it seriously. When there is school for you.
But as a boy, what am I stressed about? If I come to you and I tell you I'm hungry, I will have
not
food.
read throughout. So all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So
Charlie, yeah, Omaha,
let me get into the.
Meanwhile, we have contemporaries who have gone pro.
Oh really?
Yeah. But the contemporary, are they not contemporaries?
Well, fair enough.
Or because they stand on the pitch with plenty people. They are age mates. We could have gone pro, but they say, go and read Mr. Kumar had a black cat. Mr. Kumar has a black cat. Hawk and hen. Mr. Kumar.
It's a good one.
Kumar has a black cat.
But-
Cricket is so young.
But cricket soldier has taken us far. Stop
Yeah.
doing that. Stop that.
I am not saying that he hasn't taken us far. I'm just saying that.
At least because of cricket soldier, you can do poetry. You can rattle Johnny's bite to the admiration of everybody.
For how much?
Say I'm lying.
For how much?
Eh, that one doesn't
If you
matter.
want to do the how much, I beg you, we'll leave you on the roadside.
Obiba JK. Oh, Obiba JK.
So-
In fact, they took inspiration from Obiba JK in the book to be playing. Coach team, Ajanacha, socks ball, gata to gata.
Oh.
Say, go
No,
and read.
those books are actually more exciting. They should bring them back.
Are you sure about that?
They should bring them back.
Anyways,
People are talking about scammers these days. They didn't read about the confident trickster in the JSS2
you know,
book. Yeah.
yeah.
Charlie,
the books had-
template was
yeah.
there a long time ago, man.
I am here to win. New Black Stars coach is big on the front page of the Daily Graphic this morning. Also, Governor urges shift from diaspora remittances to investment. All set to celebrate Asantehene as pillar of peace. And Tobinco urges increased government support for pharmaceutical industry. On the back page, take active role in fighting misinformation, disinformation. Dr. Ajiman Rawlins is saying this, and DVLA uncovers widespread fake and expired DV number plate. Warns of impending prosecutions.
You know,
So,
I
they
was-
were removing the number plates and things from vehicles yesterday.
I was.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
around the. I think I was around the Dock or is it Dock or Dakuman
I
area.
saw some. I think the video I saw was around East Legon. And
So the policeman stops this vehicle. They were just doing random stop, and then stops this vehicle with the DV plate, and then the DV plate was actually 2025, and this was just about 2 weeks ago. So when they stopped the guy went on and on. I have a DV plate, blah blah blah. So bring your logbook, bring the DV plate, and they checked it is 2025. And you know what the police inspector said? Even me, a policeman, I don't have the confidence to do what you have done.
yeah, because you have to use
He
2026.
said, even me, a policeman, I don't have the confidence to do what you have done. And look at how you are even talking to us. Boss, take him to the station. So they took him to the Odoko police station. I'm sure that he had his own set. They would deal with him there. 2025 and 26, yeah. He said, even me, the policeman,
he doesn't have the confidence.
I don't have the confidence to do what you have done.
2025, in April 2026.
Yeah, Charlie. The guy has his own calendar.
He hasn't got a plug to get him one, and the people too are selling fake ones.
Yeah,
and
a lot
so
of fake ones.
they are clamping down on them. So the DV plates, they are with the garages.
Yeah,
because they give you plates because you're selling vehicles, and so maybe someone wants to see, wants to do something. You move the vehicle, and then. But now it is a full
but this new DVLA administration led by Mr. Julius Nikwe Logas, he says that DV plates is not there. It's not like a blank check.
Yeah, it's not a license for you to.
Yeah, it's you bring your vehicle. You are supposed to register it within a certain period of time. If you don't, you have to come back and renew their DV plates. That on and on and on like that. And I think it's something that good that he's doing. Number two, I think he's added some QR codes and the rest. So if they scan and it doesn't show up on the system or in the system, then it means that you got it wrong. And I think people should be prosecuted for that. They should be, because somebody may have a fake plate, right, and commit a certain crime, and they do all manner of things when they have those DV plates. I don't know why. I mean, there are people who are decent with the DV plates, and there are those who just clear misbehavior. DV plate, clear misbehavior. They are just misbehaving on the streets, So they need to really crack the whip. And then there are those who also buy a vehicle in 2023, and then you register it in 2028. And then you go and sell it.
You go and buy that car.
That is bump. It's a bump. It's like, people do that. People fall for it. A lot of people who don't know about vehicles fall for it. They say, Charlie, no, make I enter them. That's it. Sometimes the vehicle may be 15 years old, 10 years old, and then it's registered. They blow the color for you.
Spray naton.
Yeah, spray naton. They sweep the engine inside small for you. They steam them. You see Charlie, you like them. After 3 weeks, you and the mechanic will have a conference.
Your mechanic becomes your best friend.
That's right.
After
Charlie.
The new finder also here: GSE market cap rises to 278 billion cedis. That's the Ghana Stock Exchange. Africa must feed the world. ABSA CEO, dependent on gold, risky. Port container charges traders to gain over 800 million cedis, and 1 out of 3 Ghanaians face food stress.
Hey.
It's a latest survey by the Ghana Statistical
Food stress.
Yes.
That they are not getting the food, or they are getting the food in abundance.
They don't have enough to eat. I think a lot later this morning as well, Wisdom will join us with a bit about on that in relation to rice and the glut we've seen on the market as well. But this is the latest that's come from the Ghana Statistical Service.
Some time ago, I think it was 2024, latter part of 2023, we're told that a certain quantum of Ghanaians are multidimensionally poor. Like every style, they are poor. They are poor when they're at home. They are poor when they step out. They are poor when they go to. They are poor everywhere. In every aspect of their life, they are poor. And we did not take particular steps to address these. We are always interested in quoting statistics. For example, the inflationary figures. We're always happy to quote the national average. But sometimes when you drill down to region by region, sometimes suburb by suburb, and then you look at the various line items like food inflation, and other pointers, you find actually some of the things they are hitting, the highs. The national average is what is there. It's good, it looks good, the macroeconomic indicators, etc. But it has to respond to the people in their pocket. That's the ultimate. That's a basic. So I really sometimes struggle as to why we, as a country, still talk about food and food shortage. I struggle to understand. In my backyard, sometimes I don't even deliberately plant the tomatoes. You finish cutting the tomatoes, you've washed out the seeds, you just spread them, throw it out there like that, you leave it. In the next 2-3 weeks, the thing is sprouting. If you are minded to do some proper nursing for it and all of that, it would give you fruits. I struggle to understand why we always find ourselves in this kind of. I have never come to understand it. I'm telling you, never.
Our problem with food is multidimensional. Like the way some people are multidimensionally poor, because in one part we have very arable land.
Yeah.
In another part, when we grow the food and it comes in its abundance, we have absolutely no means of storage. In another part, when the food is ready, or when we grow the food, we are unable to transport it.
Yeah.
And so across the aisle, there are different strands of what the challenge is. And it doesn't look like we've been able to come to a head as to how we can address this.
We play politics with it. You remember the inception of the Nana-Addo Bawumia government? There were some roads that were being constructed, cocoa roads and roads from farm gates, the farms to the farm gates, etc. And all those road projects were halted. What was the reason? That we were conducting an audit, which is a good thing. Did we really conduct an audit, and what did we find? And after the audit, did we go back to constructing those roads? So we play politics with nearly everything. This government is undergoing a big push and some other things. How is it connected to the farm gates? How is it connected to making sure that people are getting food when they need the food? The Agric Minister already is giving himself flowers by saying to us that this year he's seen a bumper harvest than in any other year. Some people have asked him to perish that thought. Some are, encouraging him to go on and keep saying that, and some are also skeptical. But then the basic thing, Mawena, is this: I don't know if you travel out of the capital very often. But if you go to the place around there in Sawam, the Tichamante and all those places, or you're going towards the Dodowa, towards Somenya, those places.
I've been there, I think, headed towards Dodowa, and it's...
You will find watermelon, you find tomatoes, you find mango, you find... around the countryside, you find all these plantain, blah, blah, blah. You look at the price of how much is being sold to you at those places, and you look at how much it costs at the markets that is close to you, and then you look at how much it costs when it eventually lands on your plate if you go and buy it from an eatery, and you know there is a problem somewhere. If you go and buy a bunch of plantain for explanatory purposes at 10 cedis, and you decide that you want to bring it down to Accra to sell it at 50 cedis, who would buy such a thing? What happened to 20 cedis, or maybe 20 cedis if it's even 100%? 30 cedis, 200%. You will still have made some money if you cut all your losses and all those expenditure that came along with transporting whatever it is that you brought. But the truth of the matter is that most of our people are looking for quick cash. And that we have not spoken about. Quick cash. Recently I bought a microphone.
Yeah.
Now, I bought it at a certain rate. Then I know somebody else too who at the same time bought the same thing from the same vendor at the price I bought it. Somebody asked me how much it costs. And I was honest enough to say, in fact, I told you what the price is actually. Then this gentleman who has also bought the same thing from the same person, they asked him how much it costs, and he had rounded up the figure almost twice the amount. I couldn't understand. Something that was bought at 1,700 cedis. The worst he could have done was to do 2,000 cedis, or maybe 1,008. or maybe 1,009. Something reasonable. He jumps from that point and is straight on to 3,000 cedis. That 3,000 cedis, I just need 400 cedis to add onto it, and I'll get another box.
Buy 2.
So, what are you trying to do? How much money are you trying to make?
Proper fleecing.
And we are doing it to ourselves too often. So sometimes when I see the market women complaining, I pity them. I feel it for them. But then the reality on the ground is that we also go to the places where these things are brought from. We see them. You are bringing these things in bulk. You are bringing it on a truck. You are complaining about fuel prices. You are complaining about so and so. And ask yourself whether how much you are pricing that thing for is what you are actually supposed to be pricing, that the price you're actually supposed to be giving to it.
So now you understand my problem with watch sellers.
It's actually the thing
food vendors generally.
The thing they pain. It's painful. And sometimes then they weaponize it against the politician. The politician sometimes finds themselves in a very vulnerable situation that, into Obama if you do coffee or vote. They threaten them literally. But it is not fair. If I go to the market and you are selling a bunch of plantain for 10 cedis, and I go to 626 stall and they're selling it at 8 cedis, will I come and buy your 10 cedis? Because I have so much money to spare. In fact, if I drill further down and go to Phil, and Phil says it is 6 cedis, 50 pesos, I will buy from Phil.
Always.
When I come, I will look for Phil and buy from Phil. Because I can't afford to buy yours at 10 cedis. What did you add to the same bunch of plantain that was cut? You have not added anything to it. Straight away, you want to overprice it. And what's going on?
I said bottled water.
Charlie.
One shop sells for 36 cedis.
Yeah.
Another is same brand. Another is selling for across the same stretch.
Sometimes even that bottled water, you find that you buy the bottled water, it is being kept for so long that
because nobody is buying
it because you have overpriced the thing.
Nobody is buying it,
and then you keep complaining and saying that aheni yentade. Me, having done a lot of these marketing and social sales, blah blah, I believe in 50 pesos profit on larger volumes than to get 100 cedis on one item and then leave the rest being in the what do you call it, the warehouse.
The mindset is one where we are seeking to make one huge profit on a bounce, and then we pray for.
But how do you think that the beverage companies make their cash?
It's
they put small markups on it and they shoot it, and everybody is happy to buy it.
It's on the volumes. Everybody
is happy to buy it. It's the volumes that bring you the money. But we are just interested in miton bakwan. That's the same miton bakwan here. They made to me weekend miton bakwan weekend ska. So we are just it's pay as you go lifestyle. What kind of sachet mentality is that?
Right. A bit more in terms of the papers.
Yes, I have the Catalyst newspaper. DVLA cracks down on fake number plates. Nationwide enforcement blitz intensifies as prosecutions loom. Anti-LGBTQI bill on track to reach President Mahama. Sam George reassures NPP must bring back Oforiatta or reconsider its corruption fight rhetoric. Front page comment: South Africa's xenophobic violence must end now. I think that's more like an editorial. Then Ghana's favorite newspaper, the Daily Guide newspaper, says government backs NLA KGL contracts. And that is Alex Dade, the DG. OSP challenges no power to prosecute order. We are not illegal miners. Angry Nzima youth to Adamus resources. Ghana among U.S. car theft destinations because we love luxury cars. Shift operations to local contractors, government to mining firms. That's it on the front page. But this, we are not illegal miners. You read something from the EPA this morning. I think it was in the news actually. It was in the news. George Quayne was the one who read that story about a government shifting, not government, the EPA shifting responsibility to the miners, mining companies. If we catch galamseyers on your land, we are taking your license because you have. How?
They are not police people.
How?
You go and police.
With all the power, the strength, and the might of the state and its resources, we are struggling to fight galamsey.
You see,
now you are saying that the mining companies should deal with it, else you will revoke their licenses. How is that even a conversation to have?
Is it the EPA boss?
Unless, of course, we have evidence that
you are enabling them.
The mining companies are enabling the galamseyers. I think that's the crux of one of the Wontumi cases in court, that he now assigned the concession to the illegal miners. If you have evidence to that effect, that is prosecutable. Let the law take its course. But to this thread, really, I don't see it.
Was it not the EPA boss, Professor Brown Kluche, who told us that she believes in shoot to kill? That if they give her blah 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 X number of security people, she will stop galamsey. You remember she gave us a timeline. Then she also went to bring some chemical conversation about how to treat the water, blah blah blah. So why are you now going to be arresting people, blah blah blah? You have not, the two proposals you brought, which nobody fought you for. You have not been able to implement them. Suddenly you have abandoned those two, and you are telling us about blaming mining companies.
No, the EPA has to come again on that matter.
Look, you see, the EPA, and that's why I was on the case
with
of the
all
EPA.
Of the state apparatus, security, armed forces, police services, national security intelligence, we are struggling to deal with galamsey. Then now you come and say that the mining companies who have gone to rent private security, if you find galamseyers in their field, then you are revoking their license.
You know the EPA.
I don't see it.
The EPA, if you remember, the EPA gets money from outside. I think the last time I checked was quite a chunk of money, in fact, in dollars, to fight people who use cyanide in mining. Ask me where that money goes.
Where does it go?
These miners are using mercury and cyanide, right? And you say you are going to arrest or seize the licenses of these people because they look vulnerable. But you go and collect money from Obroni to say you want to stop people from using cyanide and mercury in our mining.
No, mining.
You have to wake up and smell the coffee, Madam EPA boss and your people. As for this, we will not agree with you. Fight galamsey by all means. Yes, nobody is preventing you from doing that, going on that fight. But this one, you are not being fair to the mining companies. Look,
at all.
It is not a joke to be mining.
You see,
it costs a lot. They pay a lot. They already go through a lot.
In fact, a lot of them, their concessions are already being encroached upon. We've done stories in the past about encroachment and how they are also struggling to fight. I'm not speaking for any mining company. I'm just saying the problem of galamsey is beyond any individual mining company. And it's a problem that we cannot sit back and shift responsibility or blame to the mining company. As I said, if we have evidence that any particular mining company is enabling, facilitating, aiding,
go after them, that's fine.
Doing any other thing to thwart our efforts, our fight against galamsey, by all means, we take the company on. But we cannot absolve ourselves of the responsibility as a state, as state organs, as state apparatus, than to say that we are shifting the fight to the mining company. The mining company is already struggling to protect its own concession.
So let me ask you, the people who work at EPA, who are supposed to be in the mining areas to be arresting people, at this one, they have taken their bath.
I believe so.
They will eat breakfast.
I believe so.
And then they will tell their family they are going to work.
I believe so.
To do what?
To work.
On this subject matter, I don't think any mining firm goes about, gets a license, is mining, and want illegal miners.
Look,
to
they
be
actually
made.
don't even want them
Yes.
on their corridor. They don't want
in
it.
fact,
They
in
don't
some
want
of the
it.
mining areas
to be
that-
fair, there's also been a conversation about. You see, there's been this fight between the small-scale miners and the illegal.
Right.
The concerned small-scale miners. I think in the dying days of Akufo-Addo's administration, there was an attempt to stop small-scale mining. In fact, there was a campaign in my former employment. There was a campaign that we started, wrote petitions and all, so that the mining companies, a small-scale mining would be paused.
In fact,
sort of a moratorium, so that
in fact, we had a 2-year ban. You
Yes,
remember a 2-year
and
ban?
that
as opposed-
generated
small
a
scale.
lot of fights.
and even that 2-year ban was when 47 forest reserves were
Thank
given
you.
out for mining.
Thank you.
So we were found-fooled. We were all scammed to think
Exactly.
that we had banned all forms of small-scale mining, but
Something was happening.
heat.
I think
So part of the revelation from that ban and the fight that it generated was the realization that some are enabling. Some of them will go and intentionally go and bring these illegal miners
Right.
onto their concession to go to places that they cannot go to.
Okay.
So that conversation has also come up.
Right.
Right.
Which is why I am saying that I'm not speaking for any mining company. I'm just saying if we have evidence to that effect, that there are mining companies that are allowing
People to do that.
people to do illegal mining on their concessions, by all means, name them. Let us all deal with them.
You see, I think also that we should not. There are people who get prospecting license and they go
and
ahead
they start
to mine.
mining.
So you can say that maybe perhaps those people use some of these hands to do what they are doing. But I don't, for the life of me, think that a mining company that knows how difficult it is to get a mining license, and which is renewable annually, and who has to pay so much in terms of taxes, insurance, would risk it to go and get illegal miners to come and
Onto its field.
come on, please, EPA. Come again. Chief Kesmi is listening to us. Kesmi Ibrahim of Kesmi FM 107.1 in Tamale, and he sends us a message. He says, in fact, Ghanaians, it seems we like to make super normal profit too much in all our dealings. Said we like too much profit in our dealings, and that's where there's a problem. Well, the Ghanaian Times this morning says, I am ready for Ghana challenge. What's the guy's surname? Carlos what?
Queros.
Queros.
They
Is
keep
it related to
saying Queros
the? Is it
and
related
all.
to the contractors?
Oh no.
Queros Calvan. You remember?
Yeah.
Is that the same
The
spelling?
ones who
Yes,
did
the same-
the
the
same
same
The
spelling.
same spelling.
That's why when I hear some of the guys say Queros, I'm a bit.
Are you sure it is not their cousin?
No, it's not. He's Portuguese. I think Queros, they come from Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
But how
But
do
it's
you
the
know
same
he
thing, yo.
doesn't have
Maybe the
Brazil?
father
are-
moved from.
I mean,
Ah.
so a lot of the Latin Americas and
Hey,
the
Mawena,
languages.
Mawena.
Anthropologist Mawena
we
Egbeta.
are seeing the. I'm looking
saying
at the guy's
language,
forehead.
The
and I'm
language
look-
is similar, so they tend to understand themselves easy.
and bear the same surnames.
Yeah, and they have
Like the way Mensa is cut across Ghana. Eh?
yeah.
Yeah,
So you
there's
can,
Mensa in the
make an
Volta
argument
region,
like that.
Mensa in the Eastern region, Greater Accra, Ashanti, Western region, Central region. There's Mensa everywhere. Yeah. Presidency backs NLA KGL contract according to the NLA boss, Mr. Abdul Salam, DG of the NLA. 3 million Ghanaians vulnerable to food insecurity. It's a story on page 13. We'll explore that in a bit. Government steps up fight against Galamsey. Deploys drones next week. Hey, these drones matter. We have deployed some before. We didn't find them again. 3,212 earth-moving equipment registered and tracked. Mr. Clue Maxwell is the Deputy CEO of the Minerals Commission. On the back page, Telecel Digitech graduates build smart farm to tackle drying farmlands. One village, one dam. 49 PWDs or persons living with disability get lifeline support from the La Nkwantanan Madina Municipal Assembly. Langma. They got it there. That's it.
Right. I mentioned Wisdom was going to share a bit in terms of details with us as to rice gluts and what the challenges
Oh, there's
are.
rice glut.
We seem to have a lot of rice, but
The last time we broke a story, it was about 4-5 years ago. We broke a story, the Fumbisi area. We had what we termed rice glut, which became a big thing. I remember President Akufo-Addo said, no refreshment that is sponsored with state funds
should
go and buy foreign rice. The week after, he was at the conference center, the forecourt of the conference center, dancing with the late Nana Kudedo Ajima Rawlings, and they were eating basmati rice. But that's not the argument. Then fast forward, President John Dramani Mahama says, look, why are you laughing? President John Dramani Mahama says, look,
It is the
find the
it is the specificity of the brand.
yeah, basmati rice. Basmati. I went there to see it myself. Nobody told me. I saw it myself. When they finished, they danced. Now, fast forward, President Mahama says, look, when we find these situations like this, we should buy the food and give it to the school children to eat. We should make sure that we procure them. Question to ask is, what is our taste? In my home, I try so hard to use local rice. So hard to use local rice. I mean, my people fight me at home sometimes, but I tell them, hey, this is where we are going. Of course, when I'm coming home, that's what I bought and brought. So what do? That's what you cook and eat. Matter close. If I give you the money, then you could have made another choice. But I buy it and put it 25 kg and put it in the boot and bring it. So you eat it. You'll be forced to eat it. But how many people will do that on their own? And how many people have acquired that taste? People actually go to the market and they are asking, like they do for even salmon. They say they want Abidjan salmon. They don't want Ghana salmon.
the salmon there's difference.
You go and ask, well, don't you go to the market? They say they are looking for Abidjan salmon. They say it. The women, they say it. Phil, yesterday they talked that to me for. Abidjan salmon. They say it.
Interesting.
And many other things. So our own things have not stuck on our tongues as the tastes, and it's a problem.
I was looking for something.
Yes, I want to understand how this glut is and whether or not it's because we are not buying. I remember there's a rice miller around that area. Oh, he has
Aveime.
No, not Aveime. Rice around that same area. He used to buy Avinash. That's the name. Avinash. How have we supported people like Avinash? Have we supported people like Kwabena Mintakando? It's a rice farmer, so Petra rice. Asante Achim North, Wuntumi's lawyer. Apia Kubi, rice. How have we supported him? My late friend, Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, rice farmer. How have we supported those people? We have the people here. But we're always interested in, Charlie, let's go and import and bring. Because when we import and bring, somebody gets a cut. So we do that for rice, we do that for chicken, we do that for oil, we do that for sugar. And that's why our Commander Sugar Factory still can't come up. This morning, people are drinking tea. They'll eat cocoa, oats, whatever it is. There will be sugar in it. Where do we produce sugar in this country?
Me, I don't eat sugar.
Yes. But people will be eating. Go to the cafeteria.
The stares coming from far and wide when you said that.
Charlie,
I eat sugar. I eat honey. The honey too. It has to come from the village. It's not the one sold at.
I nearly stopped eating honey one day when somebody told me what it was.
That's why I said it has to come straight from the village.
So I said no. Whatever it is, I will eat. It is healthy. Yeah.
Wisdom. So why are we looking at rice? I think we'll start off from there and what the details are.
Moena, good morning to our listeners. And when you talk about rice, it exposes Ghana's biggest food system contradiction. If you ask me, Ghana consumes about 1.7 to 1.8 million metric tons of rice annually, and we spend about $552 million every year importing rice. Actually, it's the single most imported food item on our bucket list.
1.2 million metric tons.
1.7 to 1.8 million metric tons annually. Yes, that's what we import every single year, and it's the single most imported.
So nearly
food item.
2 million metric tons of rice
Ah.
is brought into this country.
No, so we consume, okay, the consumption, not
Right.
the importation. So we consume 1.8 million metric tons. Okay.
Because it's a mixture of
Yes.
local and imported.
Yes.
And the importation cost us about 5 billion cedis.
Yes. So if you do the how do you call it, exchange rate?
Exchange rate.
So $552 million. You convert it around 5 billion Ghana cedis, as you said. Yeah.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
lot of money.
So that's why we can't talk about food security, food situation, glass situation without focusing on rice, right? So it's the second most consumed staple after maize. So after maize, rice is the second most consumed food staple. And the consumption rate has actually grown about 86% within a span of 15 years. Between 2008 to now, we are seeing about 86% increase in our rice consumption. And one thing that it's very concerning is the urban-rural divide. Realize that urban consumers are driving the demand, but they are preferring the imports to our local rice.
So we're seeing, because a lot of people are moving into urban areas,
Yes.
we're shaking what is traditional meals. And so
Exactly.
the bankus, the yams,
And
the
they
plantains.
prefer the rice.
And you prefer to go with rice a lot more
fried
and more
rice,
and
jollof.
more.
And most importantly, within a span of 15 years, we realize that our nightlife in the capital has increased. Fast food joints have increased. Urbanization.
Yeah,
and all
everywhere
that.
when you pass, there's some check joints
Exactly.
somewhere.
At first, it wasn't so.
Charlie,
Right?
loaded fries.
Yeah.
Loaded fries.
So
That's
our
what they-
food
loaded
eating habits
fries. Jerome
as
and the
well.
rest.
Yeah.
Loaded fries.
Hey, Papa Hughes, are you throwing someone shit?
No, I'm just saying that these days when you ask, you used to be fried rice, check. You know,
Yeah.
that's what we're
That's
making.
what we grew up
And
with.
then now there's loaded fries. Loaded.
That's
It has to
one
be
thing.
loaded.
with the cheese.
I don't know about it,
Yeah,
but
I don't
just
know
heard
about
it.
loaded fries.
Oh,
oh.
yeah, with the cheese and the
Yeah, I want
chips.
plain rice with the sauce, tomato sauce, and I'm or palava
If I-
sauce.
if I get
Shinkafa.
my cabbage stew or
I'm
something,
done. That's all. That's how we were brought up. What is loaded fries?
But well, so that's the state of our rice importation, our rice consumption. So it's very important. We can't talk about food in Ghana without talking about rice. So that was the main reason why we had to narrow our
But
forensic
are people
analysis
eating our rice?
We'll get into that.
I want us to get into
We'll
that.
get into that, and we have segmented the causes into 5 major root causes.
As
As
to
to
why-
why we have the rice glut situation in the country. So let me quickly go to that one. So for what's the main causes of the glut is, we will break it down. We have 5 major root causes. The first one is production without market. So you remember the Planting for Food and Jobs, right? Introduced by the previous administration. So they created
Yeah,
the
PFJ 1, PFJ 2.
phase 1, phase 2, right?
And then we had FSRP. Remember that one too?
FSRP.
Yeah. You remember FSRP?
Yes.
There was also that one and 2. So there were 4 different schemes, all making sure that we were properly fed and there's food available.
Yeah.
The terminal report we have now is that 3 million Ghanaians are vulnerable in terms of food security. So we planted the food. The food did not
If you
come.
want to marry the two, we're having rice glut and there's food insecurity.
That
in
is
the
why.
country.
That's why. That's why.
Currently, the
That,
number is 8 million.
so that's why I asked the big question: is there really glut? Because if there's glut, there's not supposed to be food insecurity.
So we would connect the
So,
dots.
so if there is glut, or if we say there is
8
glut,
million people.
then there's a problem somewhere. Either we are not being told the full story, or that we are trying to push a certain narrative to answer a conundrum that doesn't exist. If your mother has food in the kitchen, and your mother says, I have abundant food, you can't then now come and tell everybody that you are hungry. Right? Unless your mother is wicked, or your mother is not interested in giving you the food, or you don't like the food your mother has prepared.
if you look at it that way, then someone has to run at a loss, because whatever it is, someone produced the rice, right? And they produce it at a certain cost. They can't say because people are feeling hungry, there is food insecurity, we should cut the costs, the price so
give
low
the food away
and
for
give
free.
the food away for free.
That's
Someone
not what I'm
will
saying.
lose. So
That's not what I'm saying.
There's a disconnect.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, look, I started off this conversation by talking about taste.
Yeah.
Whether or not we have acquired the taste. And we have the psychologists and the rest who have told us how this can be done. You have children in school. You will not have 100% cover for everybody to be interested in eating local rice.
Yeah.
But if they are in the boarding school and they have to be fed breakfast, lunch, supper, you have school feeding program introduced by the Venerable Courage Kwashiga and the rest. You can then start looking at how to introduce this local rice to the children in the school. So in basic school, they eat it. It's a regular that you use for their wachi, you use for their plain rice, you also use for their omutu, etc. Yeah. And then in the secondary schools, you also use it. In the secondary school, at least, there's wachi, there's jollof, there's plain rice, there's omutu. These four. It can be done. So you are trying to let people acquire a certain taste, right? Do we still do cornbread in this country? But we have maize in abundance. We talk about maize. Maize, a bag of maize that used to sell at over 1,000 cedis now, around 500 Ghana cedis, a little over that. So it means that we have it in abundance.
Yeah.
Now the market women and the market men are complaining that they have produced that nobody is buying.
Right.
Why don't we start feeding people cornbread? So you feed them the flour bread maybe 3 times in a week or 5 times in a week, and cornbread twice in a week. So you intersperse it and you start changing, and then you start graduating. This one too, they for write for paper top before.
Yeah, it's not that simple, Papa.
How is it not simple?
It's not that simple.
How is it not simple?
Because someone will lose. Because there's
Who is
something we
this
call
someone?
the competitive advantage, right? When you are a producer, because of your economies of scale, the scale of production, you're able to absorb certain shocks.
Right.
And this outside countries like the Vietnam,
Right.
China, India,
Right.
they've grown. They've been able to empower their industry such that they're able to produce at a very large scale for a global market, such that they were able to produce at a very the bare minimum
Right.
cost.
Right.
So if they
Cheap
bring,
labor.
very cheap. So if they bring their product on this on the international market, your local rice cannot compete with that.
But
rice.
before Vietnam rice came, before what's the other one, basmati and all those rice came into this country, what were we eating?
we're eating the local rice.
So what happened? And I'm saying that it is somebody's interest, or a group of people's interest, or a cartel interest, that we should not have our very own rice. Look, how did Kofi Wayo become popular in this country? Charles Kofi Wayo. He brought what they call a bibufomu. At the time he brought the rice, it wasn't as if we didn't have rice already on the market. At the time, I remember we had grade 5 and all those rice on the market, broken rice, blah, blah, blah.
He became a brand. They said me talk of you.
Yes, but he brought that. Even that rice was not rice that you will fall for, because it was 2 Jimmy rice. And in our local part, when somebody says 2 Jimmy rice, it's like the lowest grade of rice. Nobody wants to eat. In fact, I remember that rice, you had to wash it about 7-8 times before you actually wash the dirt of it. Was next to paddy rice. It had not been properly milled. But Ghanaians bought it because he gave them the impression that this is our own rice. It's rice from black people for black people.
And what happened to the marketing?
So at some point, Kofi Wayo stopped bringing in the food, because that rice. Look, there was no market in this country that was not selling Kofi Wayo rice, and Kofi Wayo rice was moving faster than all the rice brands you can think about. Mention the most premium of them all. And I'm saying that before basmati and the rest came into this country, what were we eating? We're eating our food. Mind you, in this country, we have had Operation Feed Yourself before, where we were self-sustainable and we fed ourselves. Where did we miss the plot? That's the conversation. And I'm saying that behind all these figures and everything else, there are people who are strong businessmen who are bringing in the things that shoot up our inflation, our food inflation particularly. Rice, sugar, oil, chicken, and there may be other commodities. Most of the things that are brought, the rice, it is not rice that was done today and brought tomorrow. chicken, not chicken that was done today and brought tomorrow. Most of them are 5 years, 10 years. Sometimes you can think about it. Now, people complain and say that when you cook the Ghanaian rice and you're not able to manage the water well, the rice becomes soggy.
Yeah.
Because the rice has just been planted, harvested. It has not been stored for all the donkey years that Obroni has stored his rice and brought to you. So your rice will be softer. Obroni's rice will be harder. That's why when you go to a proper restaurant, the chef picks a grain of rice and tries to crack it to see if it's hard rice or soft rice, then knows the quantum of water to add to it. We need to develop our taste. If you think that if President Mahama adopts local rice and comes on air eating local rice with some students and makes it a mainstay that everywhere he goes it has to be local rice,
Like fugu.
Yes, just like fugu. I mean, look, the fugu prices, I used to buy fugu from somebody. The price is said, now they've added something. I say, I understand you, my brother. The demand has gone up. So, of course, those who are selling the yarn to you, those who are helping you to sew, those who are helping you to do the knitting and the rest, they will also shoot up their price. So I understand you. I didn't argue with him. But he was priced reasonably. And that's because he's a Dagban. And we Dagbanites, we don't like to cheat people. Yeah. But then the point is that if we're able to do it with Fugu, Marines Friday wear, the GTP, we're able to do it with, right? We can do it if we want to do it. We have just not been committed to doing it.
I agree.
I don't get the sense that you say you have food and people are hungry. And then you say somebody must lose. Who must lose?
Papa Hughes, you've articulated your point very well, but there's a
Use the mic, my brother.
yeah, there's a part I think we shouldn't discount. That has to do with value addition and cost reduction.
Right.
We have to be able to add value to whatever we produce, make it appealing enough, okay? Before, you can't sell something that's not appealing. You can't even market something well if it doesn't have a UVP, a unique value proposition to sell it in the first place. So, well said. We have to stand up. We have to advocate for being proud of our own, but we have to also add value, and we have to be able to produce at a very competitive cost, so that we can. Because if you go to the market, if you ask this market women, those who sell this rice, they will tell you that the imported rice is even cheaper compared to the local rice. How did we get here? So let me quickly run through the five root causes, and we can
I'm coming.
articulate.
I'm coming. Marina, indulge me, please.
Okay.
Now, I don't know this rice farmer, right? And a couple of them. So I just want to put them out there. Look at this branding. Is this not up to international standard? Marina, look. Is this not up to international standard? Now, look at this other branding. Is this not up to international standard?
The cost.
Look at this branding.
The cost of doing
No,
this.
you see, I'm saying that the branding is not the problem in terms of marketing. What we have done is that we have been able to create a market for either the Vietnamese or the whoever is bringing us this rice, because the rice is produced and not brought to us immediately. The rice is produced and kept there. It's more like reduced to clear. So when it's coming down to us, it's coming down to us at a very low price.
Yeah.
Whereas the person here, look,
It feels some way. We're eating something.
no, I apologize. Now look at this situation, for example. In those same countries, we're talking about cost of production and how they have built systems to make sure that cost of production is cheaper.
Yeah.
Now, in our country, what have we done for the farmer, the rice farmer, if we want to make rice importation a thing of the past? The rice farmer is using a combined harvester. He's using all those farm machines. He buys diesel to fuel them. Do we give them some discount or some subsidy to be able to buy diesel to farm more acres or more hectares of rice? Do we do that for them? The farms have farm houses. They use electricity in those farmhouses for the farm hands because they can't come and go. They sleep there. The electricity that they consume in those farms, do we sell it to them at the commercial rate? Do we sell it to them at the domestic rate? Or do we create a certain buffer in between to say, you are a farmer, we want you to be able to produce, have peace of mind to produce to feed us. So we are reducing your electricity cost by this, and it is strictly for farming. Do we do that? Then we know we have a problem with water.
Irrigation.
The dams that.
The dam, you let me not talk about Dr. Bamia and his dams. Okay. Let's talk about those who even use Ghana water.
They were for those dams.
That Ghana water, please, the one they sent to go and talk, say it's the one we will catch if we can't find the boss. Now, Ghana water. Some farms use Ghana water because they can't find, so they have taps. Have we be able to give them some cushioning of a sort? If your grandfather, wisdom, gave you a land at a place where it's possible to plant rice or even maize for the benefit of this argument, and you have, let's say, 40 acres of land, but presently you don't have the capital to, and you have a beautiful plan, you write beautiful proposals, you have come here with plenty nice papers, you put it together. Which bank would you walk to give you money to start a farm? You see, the enabling environment, this is what I'm talking about. We shoot ourselves in the foot. Now, those same banks will generate letters of credit for people to import basmati rice into the country.
Absolutely.
Because
my own agricultural development bank.
Because the consumer prefers the foreign.
Because we have also
polished rice, they call it.
Yes, because we have also not created the taste. But you are in the boarding school. I'm coming. You are in the boarding school. You can't break bounds. If you break bounds,
what you are giving is what you eat.
What you are giving is what you eat. How did I acquire the taste to eat cocoa?
And yet, they are importing the rice.
For how many months?
I'm saying that.
When you go back home, you go back home.
Yes, but at least you are used to it. Look, how did I acquire the taste to eat cocoa? When I was born, when my mother gave birth to me, did I come to the world holding coconte in my hand? It was at some point in my mother's life and my father's life, they say, this is coconte. In fact, my mother used to call it banku. My mother used to call it banku brown. So to give me an impression that it is another form of banku. You get the point. Now, I didn't like it from the beginning. But now I walk to the
eateries and you
order coconte myself. It's a taste that
I think that we have done the same. We've laid the same foundation. Look, I'm a village boy. And every village boy grew up eating local rice.
Right.
That is what... Were you born in the Volta region or in Accra? That's part of your problem.
Okay, since you've decided to
I should make my point.
I want him to finish on that.
Small
relax. We have a new coach. We have to tone down. We have a new coach. We have a new coach. Allow them, man.
Every village boy, if you are from any regions of the north, Upper West,
ask him where he grew up again.
No, he'll kill my mic. If you are from Upper West, Upper East, Northern region, Savannah, Northeast, you grew up eating your own rice, your own maize and corn is the same, right?
Yeah.
Your own millet. These are your
soya,
own yam,
sorghum,
your own sorghum,
beans,
beans, yes. And in fact, beans is one of the commonest that every household cultivates. Granite. It's a commonest that every household. Sometimes even the backyard, you have a beans farm there.
Yeah.
Just something small to be able to deal with the family. There's the corn growing up just at the backyard there. So if you grew up eating rice that was done in grown in the marshy areas within the community there, then they harvested the millet. Did we even used to mill it? We used to beat it.
You used to
with
beat
sticks.
it, yeah.
You stand around it, you are beating with sticks and singing. And then by the time you finish, there are some stones inside. Yeah. Then you choose more than you bite one stone and say, yes. You can't grow up having this kind of taste. You go to a boarding house, they feed you with polished rice. Then you come and say that you don't eat local rice again. I mean, how?
In fact, even the nutritional value. Look,
Yes,
I had
even the nutritional value.
Look, Marina,
For the nutritional value.
Marina, I had a shock of my life when I walked into a supermarket. I like granules, roasted granules, and I saw this, bottle of granite. So I picked it. I wanted to buy it. It looked very nice. I took it to the counter. So while I was waiting for somebody else to finish then I said, well, let me read the information on there.
And that was the mistake you made.
It was imported granite. The speed with which I took, yes, imported. The speed with which
on the shelves.
Yes, the speed with which I took that granite, because I can buy Segobe at Bubwash. Then that granite, it can sit there for more than a week without going bad. Why would I buy something that's brought from here when Segobe is running business and employing people? Segobe from business.
Segobe will even give you more.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Segobe will give you more for the same value.
Everything packaged is nice, is better. So your mother can cook jollof for you. Her jollof tastes better. But when you go to the funeral and they pack jollof in a pack and they put it in that paper bag for you, then you think that your mother's jollof is not properly presented, is better. What meaning about?
I'm enjoying this.
Finish the data.
But you know what? Let me quickly make this comment. If you taste water, and it's a sugary water, and you taste a salty water, your taste buds will determine which one is it's sweeter, right? Or it's more tasty, as in. So if they start with the local rice, they grow up with that taste and preference. As soon as they taste the foreign rice and it tastes well on their tongue, you can't tell them that they should keep on consuming the local rice. So what are you doing to your local rice to sustain the taste that you've embedded in them when they were growing up? That's one of the questions.
That's why I said that. Look, the children are in school for 7 days a week.
Let me quickly.
You have a meal plan for them.
We have to
now give them 2 days or 3 days local rice. Mix the thing for them. Do something.
Right.
No, it's not even a question of mixing. You are the parent.
I'm sure
what you give your kids is what you eat. Yes.
I'm sure we'll get into this a bit more. It's 7:50 to run us through the 5 points as to why we're having the gluten.
So the five major points. Yeah. The first one is production without market. So we realize that the Planting for Food and Jobs give credit facility, give the resources for the farmers to produce.
And we produce in large quantities, but
you didn't look at the exit strategy. After producing, what happens, right? Where are they going to sell this food that they have produced? That's one of the major reasons why we have the glass. So we had a peak season of about 4 million tons in 2024. And as at now, about 200,000 metric tons remains unsold, right?
Hold on. I want us to just end it on the peak. Okay. Because we have to get into this conversation again. We have to do sports and get into other matters. And so we'll return to this subsequently, because food security there is an important subject.
Charlie, you are hungry, you are thinking of this. And you are not serious.
So Oreku Ampafo will do sports for us now.
Sunrise on 3FM, the best in the morning.
A big day in the history of Ghana